Moscow's special operation in Ukraine, a price yet to be paid. Russia's decision to launch its so-called special operation in Ukraine has left deep scars on the global geopolitical landscape and, more importantly, on its own economic and political future. Despite Kremlin propaganda projecting strength and resolve, Stéphane Lauer, a columnist for Le Monde, argues that Moscow's ambitions have come at an unsustainable cost. When Russia eventually faces peace negotiations, it will do so under the shadow of stagflation, a bankrupt future, and a diminished standing on the world stage. The illusion of victory. From the outset, Russian authorities framed the invasion as a decisive step to protect national interests and assert geopolitical dominance. However, the prolonged conflict has exposed the limits of Russia's military strategy and the cracks in its economic resilience. Lauer suggests that the Kremlin's narrative masks the reality of mounting economic pressure, international isolation, and a population grappling with the consequences of war, economic wounds, stagflation, and bankruptcy. Russia's economy has been battered by sweeping Western sanctions targeting energy exports, financial institutions, and key industries. While initial measures seem to have limited impact due to high energy prices, the tide is turning. Stagflation, the combination of stagnant economic growth and rising inflation, has eroded purchasing power and driven up the cost of living for ordinary Russians. Industrial decline. Sanctions have disrupted supply chains and deprived Russia of critical technologies, forcing industries to scale back operations or shut down entirely. Energy dependency. Europe's pivot away from Russian energy has left the Kremlin scrambling to find alternative buyers, often at significant discounts, weakening its revenue streams. Lauer argues that these factors collectively point to a suicidal bankruptcy of Russia's economic future, as the country's long-term prospects are sacrificed for short-term militaristic ambitions. A diminished future at the negotiation table. When the time comes for peace negotiations, Lauer predicts that Russia will find itself in a precarious position. The once feared superpower will be negotiating from a position of economic fragility and diminished influence. Its reliance on alliances with nations like China and Iran may provide limited support, but will not compensate for the loss of access to Western markets and technology. Moreover, the war has tarnished Russia's reputation as a reliable partner in global affairs. The ongoing conflict has alienated former allies and emboldened adversaries, leaving Moscow diplomatically isolated. The domestic fallout. The economic toll of the war is mirrored by its social and political consequences within Russia. Disillusionment. While state-controlled media continues to promote the official narrative, signs of public dissatisfaction are growing, particularly among younger generations.